This video tutor explains how to read a list from the keyboard. When you write a menu-driven Python program associated with a list, how do you read a list from the keyboard? Okay, the program is explained. So certainly we will make use of functions. So start with the keyword def followed by some suitable name for the function rlist, function symbol colon. Certainly you can write document string used to read a list from the keyboard. Now here you can write L is equal to input. Now enter a list from the keyboard. Enter a list from the keyboard. Now here, does L contain a list? No, because input function returns the answer as a string. Now here if you write int, the string is converted to an integer. So if you make use of list, here if you make use of list, what the function does is the string will be converted to a list, which means square bracket will be there and your variable L is pointing to a list. Okay, certainly in the main function we need L, so the answer is returned. Now let me write the main function. So let me start with a comment. Okay, and let me call this function. Okay, so maybe you can copy paste. Okay, remember if you write like this, it is not main function. See the indentation, so this becomes part of this one. It's mistake. Okay, so if you want to make it a main function call, the indentation is important. Now when you call the function, the control comes here. L contains a list. L is returned as answer. To where the answer is returned? To the point from where the function was called. So you can store that in a variable L, and certainly here you can print L. Now you run the program. Enter a list from the keyboard. Certainly list means it should be inside square bracket. Okay, so now it becomes a nested list. Okay, so what you need to do is, if you make use of this one, okay, just type the elements 1 2 3. Okay, so this string is converted into a list, which means the list contains character 1, character space, because I inserted space character also, followed by character 2 space, followed by character 3. So input returns the answer as a string. So even though I write 1 2 3 or 1 space 2 space 3, the character 1 is an element of the list, character space is an element of the list. So if you want them to be integers, okay, you can make use of the function evaluate. Okay, so when you make use of evaluate, run the program. Certainly you should make use of square bracket followed by 1 comma 2 comma 3. Now if you press enter key, see it is list integer 1, integer 2, integer 3, because what the evaluate function does is this quantity is evaluated by the function and the appropriate answer is returned. So here when you type something inside square bracket, the function evaluates that as a list. Okay, so here if you type something inside square bracket, evaluate function evaluates that as a list. So a list is returned as answer. Your variable L contains a list. List is returned, and in the main function you get L, which is a list. Again let me run the program. Suppose inside square bracket, only then evaluate will understand you are typing a list. Okay, so square bracket is important when you make use of evaluate. Now suppose 1.1 single quotes AB, okay, and maybe true or false. So this is boolean type, boolean. Now if I press enter key, you can see evaluated this as a list. Because why did that evaluate as a list? Because you typed the quantity inside square bracket. So evaluate understood you are typing a list. Okay, so you get list integer 1, 1.1 string AB followed by boolean true. So in a program, if you want to read a list from the keyboard, this is how you create the function. The function must be called from the main function. Okay, so please make a note of this one. Now suppose if you want to enter list 1, or that will be explained in another video tutor.